Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Rankin Mon Valley Pittsburgh section of the National Council of Negro Women. My name is Patricia Blewett, better known to everyone as Miss Pat, and I am the Dorothy Heights, Dr. Bethune, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Minister Malcolm X, that we like to talk about. However, today we are going to try to make this more familiar, and our organization will show you some of the activities that we participate in. Alice, would you like to say anything and greet our guests?
Well, thank everybody for joining us this evening, and we hope you will enjoy the show. We have quite a bit of information to share with you this evening, and we will be showing you some excerpts or pictures of some of our past events that we've done.
Right. Now, the first video we're going to share with you is a video about our national organization, how it got started, the people that were involved. I watched this a couple of times, and it's really fascinating. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you.
Okay.
In these times, we feel that in order to achieve the goal of civil and human rights for all, it is necessary for women of all races and creeds to know and understand each other.
The National Council of Negro Women Incorporated was created and led by a woman of immense vision, far beyond the understanding of the times. Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune knew what a powerful force women of color could be if we were organized and focused. Having been involved with many established organizations, such as the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the United Negro College Fund, Jack and Jill of America, and the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, she knew it could be done. Not to mention creating a school from a one-room building outside of Daytona, which was called Bethune-Cookman College, and is now a university. While all of these individual organizations were moving in a positive direction, she envisioned something greater. Thus, in 1935, the National Council of Negro Women was born, an organization of organizations. By 1938, NCNW coordinated regular visits to the White House to bring attention to the need for more black female administrators in the U.S. government, and the organization was involved in the formation of the Women's Army Corps that led to the desegregation of the military. In the 1940s and 50s, the organization was led by Dorothy Bolden Farabee, an obstetrician and a civil rights activist, and Vivian Carter Mason, a city administrator devoted to social and political reform. Mrs. Farabee and Mrs. Mason overcame the obstacles, and under their leadership, NCNW lobbied for women's rights. They fought racial discrimination and established a national health care system. Sometimes a leader will arrive who will forever change an organization. Dr. Dorothy Irene Height was that leader. She was chosen to lead the organization in 1957. While being one of the major architects of the civil rights movement, she achieved non-profit status for NCNW and shifted our focus to advancing our standard of living. As the godmother of the civil rights movement, she stated, Empowerment is the most important thing we can give ourselves. Change comes not at the direction of a nation, but at the insistence of its people. It was her vision to purchase the building at 633 Pennsylvania Avenue as the new home for NCNW. And in the year 1996, that objective came to fruition.
We came to love her stories, and we loved her smile. We loved those hats that she wore like a crown, regal.
Following the passing of Dr. Dorothy Height in 2010, former teacher, news producer, and prison administrator Dr. Barbara Shaw stepped up to be the national chair. Her quest was to keep NCNW moving forward. And through her steady leadership and tenacity, we did just that during a critical time. In 2012, Ingrid Saunders Jones was unanimously elected to be the 6th NCNW National Chair. She stepped into the NCNW leadership role and successfully steered the organization to firm financial footing, with an emphasis on future growth. Ms. Jones' mantra, "NCNW is alive and well and solvent," became a rallying call, along with her passion to build a stronger Black America. And it was evident in NCNW's direction. For the Future focused on education through STEM, health disparities in communities with HIV and AIDS, financial literacy for entrepreneurship, and public policy through public engagement. When Dr. Janetta Besh Cole was unanimously elected the 7th president and national chair 1 year ago, she challenged the organization to meet 2 specific goals.
This organization is poised to be more intergenerational and to be more prominent nationally and ultimately internationally.
Having presided over the only 2 colleges for women of color in the U.S., Spelman and Bennett, Dr. Cole understands that to reach its full potential, NCNW must have deep roots as well as emboldened wings.
You need to look back in order to go forward. The folk who grew me up said, you can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been.
Dr. Cole is responsible for launching Girl Tech, a symposium for women in technology that reaches across the country in order to share ideas, mentor one another, and network within the industry. The inaugural year of the HBCU tour has sparked interest in over 3,000 high school students and is already in the planning stages to overshadow this year's effort.
I might be able, in this period, working with others, to bring NCNW more prominently back on the national scene. There should never be a convening around a table, certainly having anything to do with Black women, where NCNW does not have a seat.
I hope that was very enlightening for our guests. And
Yes.
yes, it just goes to show you that when women make up our minds to do something, we can move mountains and even sometimes build a mountain if it need be.
That's correct. And it told, the history of the organization, because many people weren't familiar with NCNW, but now they
Exactly.
know where we came from and where we're going. So it's very powerful. Okay.
And we do need to continue to push for more African American women to be placed in administrative positions to make a way for our families and the youth that's coming up behind us.
That's certainly true.
Mhm.
Okay, we're going to start moving right along. One of our purposes today was to talk about our meet and greet. One of those, we have a tea every year, and they have been some of the highlights of our organization.
Hmm.
Our upcoming tea is going to take place on Saturday, September 11th, 2021, and the program relates to one of our national mandates, which is to sponsor to build on strength and traditional values. Also, one of the four for the future initiatives is to support traditional values, and we usually have these meet and greets annually. The pandemic stopped us from having one last year, but it stopped everybody from having something last year.
Exactly.
So,
Hmm.
so we have some pictures for our setting to show you about our tea, and we're just going to tell you what's going on in the different pictures. Alice,
Okay.
do you remember this one?
Yes, that's the tea that we had at the Boys and Girls Club, isn't it, in
That
Duquesne?
is correct. That's correct.
Yes, and we had a very nice turnout for that event.
Right. And if you notice, our prominent color is purple, and that's the
Purple,
color
yes,
for the
yes,
National Council of Negro Women. As
yes.
we stated, this one will the one for this year is going to take place on Saturday, September 11th, um, at 11 o'clock at the Homestead Library, and that's located at 510 East 10th Avenue. And is that Homestead, PA, or Munhall, PA, Alice?
Well, it's called the Homestead Library, but it is in Munhall.
Okay, and it is in Munhall. So it's the library, and that is a traditional building that has been there for years, and it's
Yes.
great to come into that. So we're inviting you to give us a call. You can get in touch with us if you go online and look up our website and just, or if you know a member, let a member know that you're coming. And we're going to be reaching out to many people to see how many we can get to attend this function this year. Now, at the tea, we usually have some type of entertainment. As a matter of fact, a young lady who will be dancing also danced at our luncheon some years ago at the fourth annual awards luncheon, and that is Brittany Davis. And at this time, she dances with a group. Brittany has been dancing just about all her life, and she's danced with her high school team, her college team, and now she spends time working with a dance studio. So she will
Oh.
be performing for us, and she's going to be doing a solo act this time. And we look forward to seeing what she's going to have in store for us. Now, speaking at our annual luncheon, we our next one will be held in March of 2022, and we have a few pictures of couples of luncheons that we want to show you. Some of the previous luncheons. Okay, do you remember this one, Alice? This is Oh, you
Mhm.
know what? That's in Wilkinsburg at the
That's at the
um, Hosanna House.
yes,
And I
yes,
think this is the first one that we had. This is our annual Legacy Luncheon. And in the Legacy
yes,
Luncheon, these are the ladies who were considered the honorees at that time. And in order to be an honoree, you have to be a woman who is 80 years of age or older, and you have to have contributed to the betterment of your community. And here we have Miss Ernestine Kent, I'm sorry, Miss Ernestine Taylor, with the traditional touch of purple. I think that would be in the next photo. There she is. Look at
oh
her.
yes.
Oh, is she beautiful? Look at that outfit.
Mhm.
And
I love that hat.
I know. That takes us back to our images of Dorothy Heights. And
Yes,
she is has on her purple, her traditional purple, and she's standing next to the orchids that each of the awardees will receive. Each of our
yes.
honorees will receive.
Hmm.
Next, we have a table set up for the luncheons. And this was the table was set up, as you can see, we still show our purple, even though we have the white. And um, let me see. And next, we have a picture of our guests listening to our membership chair.
Hmm.
And that's Miss Sonora Watson. And she's communicating to them the reasons that they should join our organization. And finally, we have some of our members who were at this particular luncheon. And there you see our ladies sporting their purple and standing up. And these were all the members at that time
Hmm.
that were part of the committee. Now, if you are interested in talking to us about this evening or anything you want to discuss, if you're interested, don't forget you can call 412 953 9583. And we want you to know that each of our teas are free to the public and we have light refreshments. So you can come out, bring your friends with you, and see what we have to offer you, and find out more about our local section. Now we have a history of the Rankin Mon Valley Pittsburgh section of the NCNW, discussed at the T. We always tell them we haven't been showing that video that you just saw, but I think don't you think that would be something to include that we should show to them at our luncheons from now on, Alice? That
We
video
could.
we just saw.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could. Yes.
I think that gives them a bit of the history, so they know we're just not a new up and coming group. That we've been here for a while, and look at the influential people that were in that video. So
Exactly. And what we're trying to do also is to continue to keep the NCNW in the forefront of the civil rights movement for African American women.
that's correct.
Yes.
Um,
So yes, I think it would be fine to show that, because we have to just keep reminding people of our history and the
that,
women that came before us, all the work that they put into it.
and as you heard one of the speakers in that one say, if you don't remember your past, you can't really move into your future. You have to
That's true.
have to know what happened in order to
In
move
the
on.
past. That's
Okay,
true.
now in this, we'd like to show you some pictures also, and these are pictures of activities that take place with our organization.
hmm
Now we collaborate with the Pittsburgh alumni chapter of the Kappa Alpha Phi fraternity
That's
during the
the
thanks.
turkeys, right?
That's the turkey
Yeah.
giveaway. That's it for Thanksgiving and sometimes for Christmas. And do you want to talk about the turkey giveaway, Alice?
Well, no, we do it, as you said, we do it Christmas and Thanksgiving, right?
Right,
Yeah, we give out as many as we can get. We give out the turkeys for free.
right. And the lucky families who receive these baskets are always appreciative. And we hope to be able to give out turkeys for both holidays this year. The first picture shows a Kappa member loading the turkeys and all the fixings. You don't just get the turkey, you get all the fixings with it.
To go with
And
the
he,
turkey.
yeah, and it was loaded into this car. Now, the next picture shows members setting up the giveaway. They're
hmm
putting everything together in baskets and getting ready to give them away.
hmm
The next three pictures show the deserving families who received the turkey baskets along with some of our members.
hmm hmm And all the items that we give away is donated.
Yes, yes, it is. But
hmm
it's great, because you don't really, you know, people really are appreciative because this may be something that they don't have at home. And for them to celebrate their holidays, here they are able to come to an organization like us and receive enough, not just the turkey, but everything for that Thanksgiving dinner.
For that dinner, yes.
Okay. Now we did a stamp dedication ceremony for Dr. Dorothy Irene Heights. Um, and this one of the things that's interesting about Dr. Heights is she grew up right here in the Rankin area. And,
Exactly.
and Rankin Christian Center is where she got her start as a young lady growing up and getting involved in activities in the community. She also won uh, a orators contest in the school that she was going to in the Rankin area, and that's how she got a scholarship to go on to college to become the outstanding speaker that she was.
And one of the things a lot of people don't know, particularly from Rankin, she's the one that wrote the alma mater for the Rankin High School.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. That's good to know.
Yes. hmm
And one of the other things that when I was doing some research on her, I found out that if you look at a lot of the pictures where Dr. Martin Luther King is when he's making his speeches, you'll see
Yes.
a lady there with a hat on, and that's
Yes.
Dorothy Heights. And
Yes.
back in that time, women were not really allowed to be as outspoken as we can now, but she was very instrumental in helping him with some of his speeches to get the
hmm
message out.
hmm
So
And
that's
she
one
had
thing.
she had the foresight to
Yes,
come up with the idea and raise the money to purchase that building in the heart of DC.
exactly. Now there's some pictures that we want to show you about Dr. Heights and the dedication service that we had for her.
hmm Okay.
Okay. The first picture shows some of our members, along with the national membership chair, Mrs. Diane Leche, and Miss Penny Graves, who were installed as the postmaster. The second picture shows the Delta Delta Sigma Theta sorority incorporate coming out in red force to help honor their soror, Dr. Dorothy Irene Heights. We
Well,
do
that's when the stamp was introduced, right?
That's right. That's when the
Okay.
stamp was first introduced,
Okay.
and we had that at that dedication at the Reagan Christian Center, which is the
Mm-hmm.
place where, like I said, where she got her start.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We do participate in political activities at times. Um, we try to be impartial and not have people form their decisions as to who they want to vote for, but we try to make an effort to get people to understand how important it is to get out there and exercise your right to vote. So we do voters registrations, and some of the pictures that you're going to see coming up. There was a time when there was a statue that was in Oakland, the Stephen Foster statue,
Mm-hmm.
and people wanted to have it removed from Oakland. And
Right.
one of our section president at the time, Mr. Doris Dupree, testified in front of the Arts Commission to explain why that statue needed to be removed. I would say that most of those testifying at that day did want the statue removed, but there were some that remained, a small minority of people who were not on line with it. We collaborate with PA Votes and the Housing Alliance of Pennsylvania to help get out the vote. And you're going to please show the pictures of our late political chair, Miss Chanel Simmons. Miss Simmons was a dynamo when it came to getting that vote out
Yes.
and
Yes.
getting
She
involved.
was. Yeah, she was.
Right, and you see some pictures of her. She was very determined that she was going to talk to people. She was going to get out, and she was going to go out to where the people are, not just
Mm-hmm.
put messages out there, but actually go and talk. She went to the barber shop, the beauty shop. She went up and down the avenue in her community. She lived in the city of McKeesport, but
Mm-hmm.
just to try to get the word out. And she rode along with the registered people to vote in the Black Matters Votes bus. She did a lot of legwork on her own too, and she was named, and are now naming her scholarship fund for her. And there she is, the lady with the
Yes.
cane. That was
Mm-hmm.
Chanel.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we've lost our political leader, Miss Chanel, and our section will gravely miss her. But
Yeah.
she, as you said, she was a dynamic force for us.
And she fought to the end.
Yes, she did. Yes,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
did. And there she is. I'm going out and making sure that everybody knows that black votes count and get out there and vote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We
And
also,
that's a big thing that people have to understand, particularly that our young people, that their vote does matter, and
right,
it can make a difference.
right, because so many people say, oh, my vote doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter if you don't vote.
That's true.
So you
That's
have to
true.
get out there and you have to cast your vote, cast it for who you think is the best person for that position.
Mm-hmm.
To
Mm-hmm.
prove that can happen, we also have Representative Ed Gainey and Jake Wheatley on our show. By the
Yes.
way, Representative Gainey has won the primary election to become the first black mayor in the city of Pittsburgh. And there is Mr. Gainey.
Mm-hmm. He ran a nice campaign too.
Yes, he did. And as a matter of fact, when the installation of the Robert Morris University Collegiate section of the National Council of Negro Women took place,
Mm-hmm.
Representative Gainey was our guest speaker, and he was up there. The
Mm-hmm.
Mon Valley, Rankin, Pittsburgh section of the NAACP penned the newly formed members of the Robert Morris University Collegiate section. Please
Okay.
show that picture of the installation ceremony. There goes,
Mm-hmm.
there goes Representative Gainey. He's at Robert Morris University with us, and he was our guest speaker.
Mm-hmm. Good.
The next two pictures show chapter members of the Robert Morris University Collegiate section.
Oh, okay. Okay. Mark is on the line.
Oh, Mark is on the line.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello, Mark.
Good evening, Mark. Can you hear us, Mark?
I don't know if he can hear us or not.
Okay, hello, I can hear you.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
now
We
we
can
can
hear
hear
you
you
now.
also. Welcome.
Okay.
How are you this evening?
I'm fine. I was just calling to say that it's just another wonderful, informative show. And secondly, I just wanted to ask the $1,000,000 question. Where do y'all get all of this time to do all of these wonderful programs? And I'm sure you got families and children and households to take care of. I mean, I'm impressed. You know,
Thank you.
I need to get involved and at least, maybe learn from your members about time management, because I just don't know how to do it. But it's wonderful. It's just good stuff, especially the shows.
Well, thank you.
Well produced and very informative. But I do have a quick question, and I don't know the exact year, but I'm going to say within the last 5 or 10 years, I attended one of your luncheons. It was in at the Hosanna House in Wilkinsburg.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember one of the speakers, they said he was either the nephew of Dorothy Height and he was a relative. And it was video recorded, but he had some wonderful stories and some wonderful quotes from her. And I'm just calling to see, did anybody ever follow up with some of those quotes? Putting them on the T-shirt, getting the rights to them, maybe. I don't know. But they were wonderful quotes that he said that she would say and share with some people often. And so I'm curious if you have access to that, if you can talk about that, or if there's any way of getting that video and just showing some of it. But it was so informative. It gave you another peek inside of her life and how intense she was. So I just wanted to share that, and I'll hang up and listen. And thank you so much for all the work that you sisters continue to do for this region. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to have to tell you the quote that my mother used to say to me: if you want something done, find a busy person, because you'll get it done. So I think all of our ladies are busy, and we just know how to fix it and put it into perspective and get it done. And thank you so much for recognizing that feature that we have. I was also at that presentation, and I think it was her nephew who did tell us all of those wonderful things that she had to say. No, as far as I know, we haven't gotten the rights to any of those. There's a few quotes that she did make that you'll probably see when we get to the point. There's a portion of the show it'll show a couple of quotes that she did make, but I don't believe we have the rights to those. But you know what? That's something to look into, because you did make a good suggestion. Something we need to look into and find out, because she's still one of our own. She came right from our area, so, and she actually came back to get our section started again. So that was great. But thank you so much.
Now, see, Mark, you say, how do we have time? Now, you've given us another task to do.
Right. We'll take it on. We'll
get it done. We'll get it done.
If you have to, you need something done, give it to a busy person. They'll find a way to get it done. Okay. All right.
And especially if it's something that you believe in, and you know it can be done, and you know it's going to take a lot of work. But we have some very hardworking women in our chapter.
Yes, we do. Now we're going to get on to our vision board project. That was a fun day.
It was.
We've done it a couple of times. A vision board was brought to, the concept of vision boards was brought to us by our newly elected president, Miss Ariana Brazier. And she brought this idea to us. I don't think many of us even knew what she was talking about until we all sat down together. And we're going to show you some pictures. Many of us had never done one before, but we thoroughly enjoyed the process. And it's the young people who take us outside the box and make us think about things that we need to do and things we need to try. Now, some people have even, their boards, there they are, ladies sitting around. And what you do with a vision board is you get magazines or newspaper articles and pictures, and you cut out things that are relating to you, something that you hope to accomplish within the next year or so, or even lifetime goals. And you put them on these cardboard pieces of paper to show what visions you have and what goals you have and what you need to have right in front of you. That's why it's called a vision board, to help you to accomplish your goals for the coming year. I think there's a couple other pictures. to show these vision boards. Okay, there's Ariana, our president, our current president, and she's showing us her board. And like I said, she brought this concept to us, and we've tried it a couple of times. I think that was our first one that you're showing right now. And this is the one we held at the Braddock employment office. We had people come in, brought their magazines, refreshments, and we just had a good time. And then at the end, we talk about our vision boards and explain what it is that we hope to accomplish and why we chose the pictures and the articles that we put on the vision board. Did you have the opportunity to make one with us, Alice?
Yes.
Okay.
And one of the other things I think that was very good about doing the vision board, that was the first time that I had ever done one, but it helps you to set goals and look at your goals and think about how you want to accomplish those goals.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have a goal that's really not good for you. And I think doing the vision board makes you look at your goals and make them more realistic.
Right. And make them attainable. You know what?
Right.
Until you look at your goals and figure, I want to get from here to there. But if you don't start planning, you're never going to get there.
You'll never get from A to B.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So those vision boards were, and so many people, they were so proud of their vision boards and their insight to what they were going to do. They even laminated them and posted them on walls. And I still have mine. It was sitting in my office right in front of me so I could keep my eyes focused
Mm-hmm.
on what I needed to do.
Yes. And I think that's a good project for the youth.
That's
for someone
right.
to do with a group of youth. That's a good project.
Actually, I have used it when I was at the Boys and Girls Club with the teens and had them sit down and make vision boards. And even I teach CCD on Sunday. I had my CCD students actually do a vision board. So it was a great concept for them. So
I see we have a caller on the line.
Okay. Hello and welcome.
Mayor Betty Copeland.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just interested in listening to you ladies so that I can learn more.
Oh, okay.
And not only do we want you to listen to us, we want you to join us and come on to our team and become a member of our organization. We'd love to have you as part of that.
Well, I did join the organization.
Okay.
But because of the pandemic, I guess things have sort of been, strange. So, and I'm still trying to learn more about what you really do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, what we do is we try to go into the community and find things to make people aware of us, but also to find things that need to be changed in our community to make it better. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole purpose of the National Council. As Black women, African American, Negro, whichever term you choose, we need to become involved in our community. And just like we take care of our families and our homes, we need to take care of our communities also.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Because it's women, we're the ones that raise the youth to become men and women. Women do it. Women do the raising. And Mayor Copeland, I see that you are the mayor. What community are you the mayor of?
Bridgeville.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. And how long have you been mayor?
I'm finishing out my first term and I'm running again.
Oh.
So how did you like it?
It was interesting. The main thing was getting familiar with reports from the engineers, learning the different terms and things like that. My basic duty is overseeing the police department, and I have a great police chief who keeps me informed of everything and is willing to sit down and discuss things to make it clear to me.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think, weren't you one of our honorees one year?
Yes, I was. I was very honored by that.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
So now you have to become a member.
Well, she said she is a member. We just got to get her back and, get over this pandemic and get back into our lives and into our projects. But even if we can't come together, there are still things we can do. I remember when we did the political outreach, we were on that telephone calling people. We were sending out information. We were texting people. So there's a lot of things that can be done where you don't have to be with the group, but you can
Hmm.
still do the outreach work that needs to be handled.
Now, Mayor Copeland, are you the first female mayor in Bridgeville?
First African American female mayor.
Oh, great, great. Yes, yes,
Congratulations.
good for you. And are you liking it so far?
Yes, I am. The thing that surprised me was I get to officiate at weddings. So I've
Oh,
had 4 weddings that I and a lot of Eagle Scout proclamations for the Boy Scouts.
Mm-hmm.
A few
Good,
engagements.
good, good. Well, you
well,
definitely have to become more come back to us. Come back and become
and you know
active.
what? And also let us know what we can do to be instrumental in helping you out too.
Yes.
Thank you. I will do that.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
Now
And
you
thank you so much for
you're going
calling
to
us.
you're going to run this year or next year?
I'm running again in November
Oh, in November of this year. Okay. Okay.
for another 4-year term.
Well,
Okay.
best of luck to you.
Thank
Yes.
you very much.
And if there's anything we can do to help, let us know.
I
We
will. Thank you, and God bless everybody.
Oh,
Mhm.
thank
Same to
you.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Another event that we regularly have are our bowling parties. You remember those, Alice? How we
Oh, yes.
we call ourselves bowling. Some of us just throw a ball down the alley and see if it gets down there. We tried an initiative of Healthy Hearts. One of our guests on a previous program was Mario Brown, and he represented the American Heart Association.
Hmm.
And he truly did his homework before coming on our show, finding out that Mary McLeod Bethune passed away from a heart disease, which
Oh.
makes it much even more important that we give as much importance as possible on the issue of maintaining a healthy heart.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, at our bowling parties, we do have fun, and we have a lot of community there and fellowship, and we exercise at the same time. We aren't able to show the video clips of the bowling party at this time. At our last bowling party, we included line dancing, and you could see the people up there, young people up there, they're showing us how to move and how to do the steps. The young lady who taught the line dancing was extremely patient with the young people who came to the bowling party too, and she really didn't even look older than they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than turkey giveaways, we have other things for the community. We facilitate a free eye exam, a free eyeglass giveaway program with Mission Vision. We had over 43 people participate and receive glasses. There's a
Excellent.
picture of that we can show. There they are, receiving their glasses.
Oh, that's good.
The first picture shows members checking in the participants. The
Hmm.
next 4 pictures show participants being examined.
Hmm.
And then we show the Mission Vision staff and their children. And the last picture shows the section members who volunteered.
Mm.
Those who participated not only received free eyeglasses, they also received free cases and eyeglass cleaning rags. And we love doing things like this for our community. And there
Yeah.
goes our members.
Yes. Yes. Because there's a
We,
lot of people that can't afford to need glasses and can't afford them.
that's right.
Hmm.
And so that was great, an opportunity. Remember, if you want to give us a call, 412 953 9583. And you can call and join us and have either have a comment or ask a question. We try to participate in community activities as much as possible. We have participated in the Juneteenth parade, the
Yes.
African American Heritage Day parade, the
Hmm.
Harambe Black Arts Festival, and other communities' endeavors. If you want to show those pictures, there we are. There's our banner on top of someone's car, and we're getting. I think this was the June 10th parade downtown.
Hmm.
The first picture shows our banner on one of the vehicles getting ready for the parade. The next picture shows Cheryl Copery and Deneen Hood. The next,
Hmm.
the, The next picture will show Dolores Dupree and Alicia Myers.
Mm-hmm.
And the next picture shows Dolores and Lorraine Penn. And the last picture shows Donna Frazier, Alicia Myers, Patricia Carter, and Dolores Dupree manning our table at the Harambe Black Arts Festival.
Mm-hmm.
We try to keep these events on our calendars and participate as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Although we haven't hosted a Kwanzaa celebration, we have had a special guest, Alicia Thomas, on to discuss Kwanzaa, which we tried to make a yearly show. Kwanzaa is a celebration that we have in December, from December 26th through January 1st, that goes over the traditions and values of the Black culture. And so it seems like people are getting away from Kwanzaa, and we can't ignore our tradition. This holiday was started not to take away from Christmas, but because we as a culture didn't really have any Black holidays. And the principles of Kwanzaa are fantastic and show a way a culture of people should live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We do try to keep ourselves up on the changing rules and regulations of our organization. The next picture shows our members attending a procedure workshop facilitated by our section parliamentarian. Oh, my tongue doesn't even want to work today. Lorraine Penn. Our state president, Sharon Glasgow, paid us a visit to see how we were doing and to support our section in any way possible. The next one is, speaking of our state president, we will hold our Keystone Leadership Symposium and state meeting virtually this Sunday. Here are some pictures of the last state meeting, which were held at Cheney State University.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, the first picture shows the section members who attended for the greater Pittsburgh area as they got ready to help set up. Tori Hill, Cheryl Kofi, Deneen Hood, and Halima Hood. The next picture shows those members, along with our Philadelphia members and the financial secretary, Alicia Gibbs Humphrey, the day of the event. The last picture includes most of the attendees.
Mm-hmm. What year was that?
Beautiful, everybody in the white going up for that.
What year was that?
You know what? I don't have the year, but that was
about 2 years ago.
about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
It took place about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now we do have some male members also, and we plan to have our November show highlight them. So any man out there, you won't be alone if you decide to join. You can come in. You can come to the tea also.
So are we going to add something to our logo to indicate that we have male members?
Probably not, but but we can have them as members anyway. They can still
Well,
be
we could say
supported.
National Council of Negro Women
and
Males.
men. Okay, but we can't change that, but they can still be a part of it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so you've seen some of our activities, and you have learned even more about the Rankin, Mon Valley, Pittsburgh section of the National Council of Negro Women.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, our tea is on Saturday, September 11, 2021 at 11 o'clock at the Homestead Library. Now, if there's a change, we'll get information out there. We still have to, be aware of the different regulations due to COVID, but we're going to see what we can do and have a beautiful section and have a wonderful ceremony. Now, there's going to be light refreshment, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything. Just come out and be part of our celebration.
Mm-hmm.
We'd like to thank everybody who has helped. And Alice, do you have anything else you want to add for this evening's program?
Well, no. The only thing I have to add is that we do need the support of the African American community, because we're trying to keep what Mary McLeod Bethune, what she started and what her goals were and what they're trying to do. We're trying to promote that and keep it going. So we need all the help we can get from the communities.
Right.
And
as you know what's been going on in our society, we need to join together. We need to work together. And we need
Yes.
to put our face out there that yes, we are concerned, and yes, we are a part of the community, and yes, we want to make it better.
And
And the only
I would hope that we could reach more of the youth. We do
yes.
have some youth that are involved, but we need to reach more of the youth, and they need to know that we care.
Oh, we do have a scholarship program too that we offer to the young people to
Oh,
go
that's
on,
right. Talk a little.
so
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
we do have a scholarship program that you can apply for a scholarship. And
Hmm.
we have a number of activities that we do, and we'd like to, increase our membership. We'd like to increase our activity, our
Hmm.
community involvement. And the best way we can do that is if you make suggestions and join us, but only make suggestions of things that we can get involved in. Tell us about activities that are going around, community day activities,
Hmm.
different things in your local community, and we'll be more than happy. If all of us can't come, you will see a couple of us show up, and
Right.
we'll be there wearing our purple and
And
saying,
how much is our scholarship fund?
it varies. It, I think it's $1,000 that they gave, and I think we gave two last year. So we
Okay,
gave two scholarships out last year.
that's
But
good.
as we make more money in our
We can
legacy
give out
luncheon,
more.
we can give out more scholarships, right?
Hmm.
And the
Hmm.
object is yes, children do need to go to school. Our young people need to know that we, as a Black organization, is supporting them and encouraging them to go on.
Right, right, right.
Okay,
They need.
so go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said no. I was saying because the young people, they need that encouragement, and they need to know that the community cares about them.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So our final bit of we want to show you is some highlights of films that we have done over the years, the different activities, and most of them will have a statement going on. But it's what we showed at one of our teas. It was something that was put together, and it highlights all of our local activities and how
Hmm.
we are trying to develop and grow. And once
Hmm.
again, we're going to put that on for you right now. Well, that was quite a couple of years, huh? We've done
Yes,
a
it
lot.
was.
Yes. Is
Yes, it
there a
was.
call? Is there a caller on the line? Do we have a caller?
No, they must have hung
Oh,
up. I
okay.
think somebody was trying to call in.
Once again, don't forget Saturday, September 11th, 2021 at 11 o'clock at the Homestead Library. We will be having one of our luncheons and our teas. So we want to have you come out and join us so you can be a part of it and learn more about what we do. And also, most important of all, how you can become a part of us and help us to continue our mission.
And there's no cost to that, correct?
No cost, it's
Yes,
free. So
it's
you might
free.
as well take advantage of those things.
And this is something that we offer to the public once a year.
Once a year, right? It's our way of just getting out, introducing ourselves to the public, and inviting people to become
To
part of
join.
our mission.
Right, right. Yes.
Okay, well, we're getting close to that time when we have to say so long. And we want to thank everybody for participating today, for watching us, for listening to us, and especially those that called in to offer some comments and suggestions. We greatly appreciate that. Alice, do you have any final words for our audience?
I would just like to say to the audience to please attend our luncheon and think very seriously about joining the organization, because we need all the help that we can get. As I think it was Mark was saying, how do we have the time? We make the time. We can do more with more people. The more we have, the more work can be done.
And especially you young people, you young college ladies and those that are in high school, come join us. We really could use your inspiration, your insight. You can show us what needs to be done in the community to make it better, not only for you, but for us also. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will have another program on, I believe it's on September 3rd. And I understand
Yes.
that's going to be a program about COVID, and we're going to have some great speakers on that day too. So please put that
Yes.
on your calendar. Plan to join us, but don't forget Saturday, September 11th. We need to see you, and we would love to have you as a member of our program. Thank you, Alice. Thank you.
Yes. And thank everybody for listening, and all the callers that called in. Thank you very much.
Have a great evening, everyone.